We begin day 3 of the manhunt. It continues for Francisco Oropesa. There have been massive police presence near FM 2090 in Montgomery County earlier this afternoon. This is after reported sighting of the man accused of killing 5 people in San Jacinto County. A resident says Oropesa was trying to flag drivers down during this morning, but law enforcement has now left after coming in empty-handed. Now authorities are offering a total of $80,000 for any information that could lead to Oropesa's arrest.
The 38-year-old suspect is accused of murdering 5 of his neighbors, including an 8-year-old boy at their home in Cleveland over the weekend. Fox 26's Natalie He joining us live from San Jacinto County with the latest in this case that has captured national attention. Natalie.
That's exactly right. At this hour, Francisco Oropesa remains on the run. Now, since Friday night, nearly 100 law enforcement officers have been assisting the FBI in the search for his whereabouts. And today in Montgomery County, officers zeroed in on 2 separate areas when tips came pouring in that he'd been sighted in that area. On day 3 of the search for accused mass murderer, 38-year-old Francisco Oropesa, dozens of law enforcement officers from local, state, and federal agencies spent Monday zeroing in on 2 separate potential sightings of Oropesa in Montgomery County. First, authorities canvassed a dumping site near Highway 105 East at Security Landfill Road in Cleveland around 11:20 a.m. Then, 3.5 hours later, around 2:45, came another tip of his whereabouts at Crockett Martin near FM 2090 in Conroe. The massive manhunt prompted nearby schools to enter lockdown mode. But so far, the FBI says Oropesa is still on the loose.
Each day we have a moment of silence. Today's moment of silence obviously was a little more heartfelt.
Over at Northside Elementary, classmates of 8-year-old Daniel Enrique Lasso, who was one of 5 people shot and killed Friday, returned to school, greeted with a growing memorial near the front entrance. Cleveland ISD says extra law enforcement and counselors were available on campus to help kids struggling with the loss of their friend.
The feeling that I'm most painful for is the hurt and the void that these students have. Many of them played soccer with him. Many of them rode the same bus that he did. They were very close. We have a tight-knit community in Cleveland.
As the community continues to mourn the violent killings of Daniel and his family, immigration rights group Fiel is criticizing Governor Greg Abbott and San Jacinto County Sheriff Greg Capers for their handling of the case.
We have seen already twice, one by Governor Abbott and one by the sheriff's office, is them talking about specifically the little boy's immigration status. And to us, it's just very callous. It's just a way to kind of cover themselves politically. People may be afraid to come forward. People may be afraid if they know something to say something out of fear that their immigration status may also be put in jeopardy.
Now, a spokesperson with Governor Abbott's office has since released a statement retracting incorrect information about some of the victims' immigration status. Over the phone earlier today, an ICE official tells me that the suspect, Francisco Oropesa, has been deported from the country multiple times before. Once again, at this hour, Francisco Oropesa is still on the loose. He is considered armed and dangerous. Anyone with information is urged to contact the FBI. From Cleveland, Natalie He, Fox 26 News.